Look how beautiful the moon. Look how beautiful the moon is. Yes. Hey everybody. I am so glad it's you're here. Hey, it's This Moment in Music, everybody. Sorry, I needed it. Hey, good morning. I keep getting Hey, good morning. It's This Moment in Music, and look at the moon. It's up there somewhere again. Hey, my guest is Collin Vodicka. This guy is a treat. Man, he's been practicing. He's so good. I can't wait to spend this time with him and with you. Thank you for being here. It's This Moment in Music. My name's Hal Walker. Welcome, special welcome to anyone who's seeing the show for the first time. Use the comment section freely. Come on now, we want to connect with you. Have a great show, and all right, see you in a minute. Bye. Yes, we did. We survived. Oh my goodness. Hello. Thank you. Thank you, Soda Can Studios. Janet Walker is here. She says, why aren't you wearing a winter coat? That's my mom. Always concerned about the winter coat. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm so glad that our friend Mike Boyd is here. Yes, we made it. We made it to Friday and This Moment in Music. All is good. Thank you, Mike, for bringing such good energy here, man. And Bailey, I am so glad for once she saw the notification before the event. Everyone listen, here's the topic. You wouldn't believe what happened in the last 20 seconds. I mean, I basically pulled the show out of my rear end in the last 5 seconds. This morning has been a morning of technical challenges, and I'm going to briefly review them. You may not be interested, but I'm going to review them anyway. So Collin Vodicka sends me this gorgeous oboe piece last night at midnight. And I woke up to this morning and listened to it. I said, oh, right away I was intimidated. Like, dang, Collin Vodicka is a real musician, and I'm sort of a hack that never really practices, but, you know, has so many different interests. Anyway, I'm not really a hack, but the point was I immediately experienced insecurity. Like, oh, am I good enough to handle this beautiful piece he sent me? What can I add to it? And then I open up Finale, which is my notation program, and right away have technical difficulties. I never have technical difficulties in Finale. It always opens up. It always works the same way. But today I did. And then I go to my audio software, and there's this little card, this little SD card that's very important. But I took it out of the SD slot and laid it down somewhere yesterday. And you do not lay an SD card down in a random place. You just don't do it. Come on, Hal. So that's what happened. So I was without that, and then I just started editing the piece. In the end. And then I opened up my Ecamm software for the show, and all kinds of things happened. Anyway, the point I'm making is, in spite of the technical difficulties, we keep showing up, we keep just pushing through, and in the end, maybe something beautiful will happen. And that's what happened this morning. I'd like to share the piece that Collin shared with me last night, and I spent this morning kind of frustrated getting it all created. But here it is, Hal Walker and Collin Vodicka playing an untitled piece. Listen closely. Enjoy. And now we can just take a breath and enjoy this moment. This moment in music. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm glad we finally settled down into this moment. I am so glad we finally settled down into this moment. Yes. Here's the music. The process, if you were interested, I would love to step you through every moment of this process. In a way, I should write a book about it. This whole morning, like getting through the challenges, getting through each of the steps of making that thing happen. There was one moment where I was sitting at the piano figuring out the chords, and then here we are in this moment. So I want to welcome Collin Vodicka, really an awesome musician. I'm honored to have him on the show. He's a student at Berklee School of Music, and here he is playing something, I'm not sure what, and then we'll bring him on. Hello, Collin.
Hello.
Hey, thank you so much for being on this show.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, Collin, give us the brief version of who Collin Vodicka is.
I'm currently a music student living in Boston, and primarily what I do is I double on woodwinds, and I have a whole ton of them that I can show you guys today. And on top of that, I also can arrange music, and I can compose and orchestrate. So I just try to be like as versatile of a musician as possible, and just hope something works out for me. That's my general idea.
Well, the thing I want to point out to everyone is not only was Collin playing the oboe, but he didn't buy a karaoke track off the internet. He created that whole orchestra that you just listened to. And I would love to sit down with you in a room with you and learn more about your process. But what can you say to the average person that has no idea of how to create something like you just created in that little TikTok? I'm not sure of the question I'm asking, but what is your experience of that creative process of going from nothing to that beautiful video we just watched? Is there struggle involved? Does it just sort of come off your? Is it easy?
Well, it depends on every single project, because every single one of them is different. In cases like that, usually it's a song that already exists. It's from a game called Morrowind, so I know it, and so I can just kind of play the melody on the oboe, and then after the fact, I can write in chords, and then I can take string libraries and just throw string parts on top of it. So that one kind of went pretty quickly, but that's because also there was a song to lay things on top of already.
And did you grow up hearing that kind of music? Did you grow up hearing orchestrated music?
What I did grow up hearing was a lot of video game music, because I did grow up playing a lot of video games.
And the video game music is amazing.
Oh my god, yeah, it's beautiful. And I feel like it always has like a bad reputation, because video games have a bad reputation, but like it's some of the coolest music out there is video game music.
Hey, Collin, I'll just mention you're a little quiet. If you I don't know, lean into the microphone or something, it might be better.
Let's see.
Someone asked, was that the Skyrim theme?
It is the same melody.
Ah.
Do I sound better?
Yeah, I think that's better. Thanks, Collin.
Okay.
Well, let's break out some of those instruments. I've met Collin on TikTok, and he has this incredible collection of woodwind instruments. Could we begin with the duduk?
Yeah. So here it is. This is the body of it. And then here's the giant reed.
Collin, I'm going to give you the whole screen for a second for your performance.
Okay. So for this one, I'm just going to spend a little bit of time just improvising around, just riffing a little bit.
Nice. That's a nice sound. What's making the sound?
So it works like a double reed. I could probably show you guys in the camera, but you can see right here, it opens up, and those two pieces of cane, when you put your lips on them, they vibrate against each other. But the reed is so large that the sound comes out really just low, mystical. It's a beautiful instrument.
And it must take amazing strength in your lips to is it embouchure that you need?
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. It does take a lot of strength, and usually like double reed players are supposed to be in shape. It doesn't mean I always am, but so usually you just get used to playing double reeds, and it doesn't take as much effort. But when
so
you
let's
first start, it's always
compare that to
hard.
the oboe. Is that the ancestor of the oboe there?
Truthfully, I think it's more like a cousin of the oboe, but it is very closely related. I have my oboe over here. And you can see here, I'll get you a normal oboe reed because I use a synthetic reed. You can see it's about the same deal, but it's just significantly smaller. You see that? I look blurry, but...
Is that a normal oboe reed there?
Yeah.
Wow, that's neat. It looks so ancient. It looks like something from... It doesn't look very modern with those ropes or the little ties around it.
I know. It is. The way we make reeds is similar to the way that we've been making them for like hundreds of years. So that'd be why.
Play a little something on the oboe for us, and then maybe we can have a little jam session.
All right.
Nice.
It's a little bit of oboe playing.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, Collin, let's. What other instruments do you have there? Hey, Teresa Williams, weren't you a woodwind player back in the day? I seem to remember that. I think she was. We went to high school together. Hey, actually, Collin, I want to play this. I discovered Collin on TikTok, and this was his. The amazing thing about TikTok is you can put one video up and within minutes have hundreds of thousands of views. And that was your experience, wasn't it? You put one video up and then what happened?
It was my first video, and like 2 days later, I woke up to just lines and lines of notifications, and just a ton of people were seeing it and complimenting it and loved it, and it was shocking, honestly.
Well, here, let me play that video. This is Collin Vodicka's debut performance on TikTok that did quite well. I think it has about 500,000 views by now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Here he is. beautiful. I love that.
Thank you.
So, Collin, where does the creative process come in for a musician like yourself? Is there creativity involved, or are you mainly practicing techniques and?
There's absolutely creativity involved, and oftentimes it comes from practicing those techniques. Like sometimes you'll just realize that something sounds great, or you'll just make up something and you're like, I need to put this in a song now. And so I feel like a lot of time for me, it's putting things into context. Like just what needs to be played with this? Where is it going? Just naturally for me.
That's what happened this morning for me. Is you played that thing, and my first reaction was I have no idea. But I sat down at the piano and I first found the chords, and I added some simple chords, and then I added a harmony. And who knows what else could be added? There could be all kinds of layers added to that little piece.
That's the thing. I feel like when I'm writing, sometimes it's like I'll write one bar and then I'll be like, well, this already tells me where I need to go next automatically.
That piece you sent had an interesting chord change. It changed from the key of D, didn't it go to A or something? It ended on an E major chord.
Something like that. I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. I just thought it sounded cool.
Teresa, you got to clear it up. I was thinking of a different Teresa. I went to school with a different Teresa Williams. Yes, Teresa Williams played saxophone, but she did not go to school with me. Hey, Brittany Williams' mom, welcome to the show. So, Collin, let's have a little jam.
Which?
I'm not sure. Let's do what we did last night. I thought it was so good. We may as well practice it and see if we get better.
All right, here's the clarinet.
What key are we playing in? D minor?
Yes.
Oh no, yeah, that's the opposite.
It was B flat minor.
B flat minor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Collin is frozen. Collin, you're frozen. Oh, no. There he is. We lost you for a second. Let's start that over.
All right, let's start right at our groove.
Yeah.
So I'll just do my pickup.
Keep it going, bud. Yes. Nice job. That
Thank
was
you.
cool, man. That was cool.
That was
Someday maybe we'll
great.
get to be in the same room and be jamming. I love just finding a minor key like that and going for it.
It just feels so natural sometimes. Just
It does feel
simple
natural.
fun.
Simple fun. Here we are having some simple, simple fun on a Friday on Ecamm on the internet tubes. Yes. So, Collin, do you have a big week ahead? Do you have a lot of studying to do, or is it kind of laid back at Berklee School of Music where you just do whatever you want to do?
Oh, I try not to think about it too much. This past week was pretty bad for studying, and I know like I didn't post a TikTok as much as I'd like. It's probably going to be bad next week, but it's
What's the most
finals,
challenge?
so
The biggest challenge in your studying these days? Is there a particular class that's particularly challenging?
for me, it's just being all online. I'm sure a lot of college students get it. It's just so much harder to find motivation, and like a lot of my classes require creative energy and composition, and that's just so much harder to find when you're just
Right.
cooped up at home. So that's just so much different for me. I don't like it at all.
Hey, Collin, we got a question from my mom. Actually, what are your career goals? Do you have career goals?
I mentioned earlier that I've been trying to just like be as versatile as possible and just hope something happens. But
Hope something.
pre-COVID, yeah,
That's a good one. I like that.
sometimes it's the best I can do. But like a more solid career path that I have been kind of like trying to make out for myself is like theater playing in pit orchestras, which is great for someone who can woodwind double. So I've thought about like auditioning for tours. When COVID isn't happening, I'm gigging around Boston doing theater. So that's kind of like the safest route for me right now. But
And
who
woodwind
knows?
doubling means you play several woodwind instruments, and you're ready for whatever.
Yeah, because when you're in theater, mostly all the books that they'll give you, they'll be like, okay, this part has flute, clarinet, oboe, saxophone. Can you play all of them? And hopefully the answer is yes.
Well, Collin, we have one more. We have time for one more piece from you. Would you maybe play something like I was liking that you were doing like a sort of a jig, an Irish jig or something on the recorder, or if you have a penny whistle. I think we have a couple penny whistles players in the audience that might.
Here's my little penny whistle.
Yeah, let's hear that.
All right.
Everyone, what are you gonna play, Collin? Do you know?
I don't remember the name of it, but I can bring it up real quick.
That's okay.
I'll just go for it.
He's
I'll
gonna
get you
go
guys the
for
name
it.
in a second.
All right, here we go. Go for it, buddy.
And then yeah,
Don't
it
stop.
just
Don't
goes on and
stop.
on and on.
Collin, don't stop. It's so good. We're enjoying it. Just keep going.
That's where that one stops, but I can always do more if you want.
Do more. Do more. We're really enjoying it.
All right.
Collin, that was I enjoyed that so much. Thank you.
Thank
It occurred to
you.
me that we should have just been listening to you play the whole time, but talking is good too. Collin, thank you. It was a treat to have you. Everyone, where can we find more of Collin Vodicka, Collin?
You can follow me on Instagram or TikTok. I'm posting most on TikTok right now, but all my handles are just my name, but remove the space in the middle. So it's just at Collin Vodicka.
Vodicka. I love the pronunciation. I've been saying Vodicka. That's so nice.
Yeah.
Where's that name come from?
It's a Czech name.
A Czech name. Nice. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us. It's this moment in music. We're out of time now, but I want to let you know next Wednesday I've got my old friend Charlie Mosbrook as a guest. And Charlie is one of the legends of Cleveland music scene. He has been running open mics around Cleveland for many years. In fact, the first open mic I ever went to back in 1988, I think probably Charlie was the host at the Arabica up on Coventry in 1988. So he's going to be my guest. He's a songwriter and a singer and just a great guy. And everyone, John is wishing Collin the best. Collin, go out there and keep adding so much beauty to the world. Thank you for it. Everyone, we always end with a song. Collin, are you a singer? Or can you follow up? If I sing something, can you repeat after me?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. This is our song we end with every week. I go, then everybody goes. It goes like this. Let me make sure I'm not transposed. We're going to do it in this key. You've got a light inside you.
You've got a light inside you.
Go on your way in peace.
Go on your way in peace.
So shine that light, the light inside you.
So shine that light, the light inside you.
Go on your way in peace.
Go on your way in peace.
The world is waiting.
World is waiting.
In the hope of another day.
In the hope of another day.
She will carry you safely.
She will carry you safely.
Through the stumbles and the falls on your way.
Through the stumbles and the falls on your way.
Just remember that I'm loving you.
Just remember that I'm loving you.
And you're loving me.
And you're loving me.
So as you go, won't you go on your way now in peace?
So as you go, won't you go on your way now in peace?
Nice. Beautiful. Thank you, Collin. Everybody, thank you. Hypez says, you are so cool, Collin. Yes. Thanks, Teresa, for joining us. Thanks, Bill. I love seeing Bill Cummings here. Thank you. Sandy Bowers, thanks so much for being here. Logan, John, everybody, Mike, Bailey, Mr. Oaf, 141. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. I hope to see you back here on Wednesday. Charlie Mosbrook is going to be my guest. And let me just run my, let me run this last. Hang on, Collin. I'll see you in a second. These are my Patreon supporters. I've got a Patreon account that you can go and pay $3 a month and support the efforts of this show. I hope someday to hire an assistant and be able to pay my guests a little, so you can help make this show go to the next level. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I'll let Collin come back and say bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much for having me. It was great.
You're welcome. Let's end by playing the Collin, our duo. Let's see, our duet. Everyone, see you later. Here's a little beautiful moment for you to end.